You were sitting on your desk, putting your head on the desk as the class, bustling and making sounds, and you yawned, but then someone tapped on your shoulder as she took a seat beside you. Your sleep didn't completed yet. She placed her bag on the desk. Not yet. I want to sleep more. You yawned again as you sit straight. Me too, but we have to study. You look here and there as your gazes fall on Yunjae and Jungkook, who was talking with each other while smiling, and you looked at them carefully, and Leah looks at you, and then Jungkook and Yunjae. What's with them? Do they know each other? It seems like they are close. She frowned and you chuckled. Close. You huffed as you looked at Leah. They know each other from childhood. She's the daughter of my father and his father's business partner. You explained while doodling on the book. Also, you know her too since childhood. Then why you both fight? Like MJ and him don't fight like you do with him, she said while you frowned. It's about the chemistry, and he doesn't like rebellious girls. He likes sweet, kind, and obedient girls, and I'm not one of them, you said as you flick your hairs. I see, she said as she opened her notebook. You were doing your work as someone approached you and you looked at him. Hi Ryan, can I sit with you? He asked, holding his books, and you looked at him, then empty seat as you nodded. Sure, you smiled, and he smiled back as he took a seat beside you. Ryan, have you prepared your reports that was needed in thesis? He asked as you thought for a while. Yeah, I already made, but I have to recheck all the analysis. He nodded. Can you help me with that, Ryan? He asked, and you nodded your head slightly. Okay, I can, but I don't have free time in university today. Oh, no problem. He focused on his work. But you can join me at my home. I will help you there. His eyes lightened up a little, and he smiled. Thanks, Ryan. I appreciate it a lot. He both were smiling as someone from behind looking at your direction with stern expression as he looked other ways. You were laying on your bed as you were scrolling and eating snacks, but then your mom knocks the door and you looked at it. Ryan, get up, wash your face and wear good clothes, she said, and you frowned. But why? Is there any kind of function going on at our house? You asked as you sat on the bed. Yes, your father invited his business partner for dinner today. You sighed as you scratched your head. Okay, fine, going, you said as you got up from bed. You're brushing your hair while your mom enters again and you looked at her. Ryan, your friend came home to work with you? You didn't tell me that you invited someone, she asked, and you frowned. Me invited someone? Oh yeah, Mingyu. You put the hairbrush back. You have such bad memory, just like your father. She shook her head. Mom sent him to my room. I totally forgot about him. You fixed your room quickly as your mom left the room. Hi Ryan, I hope I didn't disturb you. He walked in a little hesitated. Oh, come Mingyu, you didn't disturb. You sit, I'll bring some snacks for you. You said and left the room. You came downstairs. The living room was filled with slight noise as your father was talking with some of his friends and your mother was busy serving them. Ryan, daughter, how are you? He asked as you entered the room. Hello uncle, I'm good. You bowed to him and as he smiled. You've grown up so fast. He patted your head while you smiled. Yes, you're right. We didn't realize how children grow up so fast, he said while sipping to his coffee. Dad, I have some work left with my friend. I will see you later, she said as she excused herself. Sure, daughter. Your daughter is very diligent towards her studies. Another side Jungkook, who doesn't care about it at all, he said, and Mr. Kim chuckled. It's not like that. Both are good in studies and Jungkook care about business more. You will see, he will handle your biz much better. Mr. Jun nodded in agreement. You entered the kitchen as you took out the mug, but your gazes fell on two figures sitting on the dining table, and you looked at them. What you both are doing here? He asked as he started preparing some coffee. We are playing Ringa Ringa Roses. Wanna join? You rolled your eyes while Yunja chuckled. No, I don't have time for such filthy games. You guys play, he said as he stood there to wait for coffee to get ready. You guys literally didn't change a bit, always fight as usual. She laughed as she ate some snacks. Human beings can't change their nature. He looked at them. True, we both agree on this, he said while taking out a plate. By the way, Ryan, for whom you making 2 cups coffee? We already had ours. He chuckled. Actually, I have one more friend up there who is waiting for me, and he's here for study. He said sarcastically the last sentence as Jungkook stared you. He? Who? Do we know him? Is there anyone? She frowned. I don't know about you, but maybe the guy sitting beside you may know him. You looked for some snacks on the counter, and your mom enters the kitchen. Mom, where are the snacks? You asked, and your mom frowned. Oh, the snacks isn't left, as I served all them. You shook your head in denial. Mom, Mingyu is waiting up there, and what I will serve him now? You asked, being annoyed, and Jungkook raised brows. You can make something of it for some time. I will make. You huffed as you take out the pan. Leave it, I'm making now. As you wish. Children, what you both are doing here? Go up there with Ryan and have some fun, she said and went out to look at her mom. Mom, I'm busy. Jungkook chuckled as he speaks. Auntie, I think she doesn't want us to be with her. You glared at him as he smirks. Ryan, take them with you and get along with them, she ordered while you glared at him. You all entered as you closed the door, and Mingyu was sitting on the bed quietly as he was observing the room, but he got up as he saw Jungkook and Yunjae. Hi Jungkook, you are here for studies too? He bowed to him while Jungkook stared at him. I don't need anyone's help in studies, he said while he chuckled. So get out of the room, you said, sitting on the bed. Wait, Aunt told me to win your room, you chuckled. When did you become disobedient, huh? You asked, and he didn't reply as he started looking your room carefully. Well, let's start, cause I have to leave early, he interrupted and he nodded. Okay, no problem, but take these I made for you. He placed the food tray in front of him and he smiled. Who is this child? He asked, looking at the picture in Jungkook's hand. Of course, it's her, as it's her room, he said as he ran fingers through your photo, and you looked at him. She looks very cute in that picture, he said, smiling while Jungkook glared at him. Thanks. You smiled at him, and Jungkook looked at you both as he clenched his jaw. You know, Ryan, you were cute in childhood, but you are more pretty as you grown up. You shook your head while being a little shy, and Jungkook was observing you both. Wow, I didn't realize I have admirers. You amazed as you opened the notebook, and Mingyu smiled looking at you. Mingyu, you are blind, he said as he put the photo back, and your smile dropped. She's pretty, Jungkook. Jungkook looked at her and then you. Is that so? I think, Yunjae, you are more pretty, he said as Yunjae started blushing, and you watched both of them with an expression. Mingyu, look, this is how we solve it. You moved closer to Mingyu as you started explaining him, and he nodded, and someone didn't like watching you both this close as he left the room. You left the room as you were walking in the hallway while you were pressing your phone, but you hissed in pain as a sharp object pierced your foot skin, sending a sting pain, and you stumbled a bit as you looked at the floor, and the floor slowly covering red due to your blood, and you were about to fall as someone catches you by your waist. You prove each and every time that you are blind, he said as he looked at your foot, and then you worriedly. Leave me, he said sternly while he picked you up in bridal style, and you looked at him with intense gaze. When the person had less brains, so she shouldn't waste her energy by blabbering further. You glared at him as he walked further. He puts you down on the couch carefully and took out the bandage box, and you looked at him as he slowly lifted your foot and started cleaning the blood around it, and you observed his eyes as his gaze was firm, but you winced as he slowly took out the small piece of glass, and you clutched on his sleeves, and he looked at your hand movements. You don't need to be bothered. I can take care of myself, you said while taking your foot back, but he stopped you. I see how you take care of yourself. He started cleaning the wound again. As he completed cleaning the wound, he wrapped a white bandage around your foot as he gently puts your foot down. Don't hang around with that Mingyu again, he said, and you frowned. Excuse me, were you to tell me whom should I hang out with or not? He asked, and he looked at you. I, Jungkook, understand? Don't hang out with them. He is not a guy what you think, he said while he chuckled. Oh really? What I do with Mingyu and with my life is none of your business, he sighed as he holds you from your arms. I am a man and I understand better how a man's gaze look to a woman. You stared at him, and blushing at his every compliment. You were looking fool. You frowned as he got up. Excuse me, and why does this bother you, huh? Go back to your so-called bestie or pretty Yunji, he said sarcastically while he stared you. You really don't get it, do you? Get what? That you're trying to control me? Sorry, but I'm not one of those sweet, obedient girl you prefer. You slowly got up and said while looking into his eyes. He listened to you as he didn't say anything. And why are you even doing this, huh? You pushed him little with your index finger as he unlocks your finger with his and pulled you closer, and you bumped into his chest. You never understood, and you never will, he whispered against your lips in deep husky voice. You drive me crazy each and every time with this attitude in your action. You should change it. You stared at him as you were about to speak, but he put a finger on your mouth. I'm not done yet. He pulled you closer by your waist. And I can't stand seeing you with someone else. Understood? He stared deep in your eyes while you didn't break the eye contact. Before giving advice to others, first take that advice yourself. Change yourself before you change me. He frowned as you speak. I am Miss Kim Wyan, and Kim Wyan doesn't change herself for someone who doesn't know how to express and behave. He was about to speak, but you put your palm on his mouth, and he looks at you. I'm not done, Jungkook. Before saying changing myself, see your actions first. I don't accept someone who always talks bad about me in front of others and express himself while being alone. That kind of looks your male ego. And sorry, I'm not going down for that, you said as you looked at him fiercely. Kim Wyan is not a girl you think of. He slowly removes your palm from his mouth and he just stared at you. How did you got your foot bruised? She asked as you both walked in hallway and she helped you. It's a long story. I don't know who the hell broke the vase and didn't even clean it. And I didn't notice as I stepped on it, explained her, and she nodded. Oh, you should be careful. Yeah, I know, right? You were walking as someone came from behind and took your bag and you looked at him. Jungkook, give me my bag back. I can't run after you. Just give it back to me, you said, and he didn't look back as he increased his speed and disappeared from your sight. You and Leah tries to walk fast to reach classroom. You entered the classroom as you searched for a particular person, and your eyes landed on him as he was sitting peacefully, and you went towards him. Where is my bag? You asked him, and he pointed towards your seat with his eyes, and you looked there as your bag was already there in your seat. And why did you do that, huh? You raised brows. Because I thought I should help poor people, you chuckled mockingly. I didn't ask for your help, and from next time there is no need for you to help me, understand? You warned him as he was controlling his smile without looking at you. You walked as you took your seat and Leah looked at you. I think Ryan, he was trying to help you as your bag was heavy and your foot was bruised too, she said as you were about to speak but stopped and started thinking about it. I think you just don't want to accept that he's helping you. He looked at him as he was talking with his friends. Whatever he do, I don't care, he shrugged off. The sun hangs low in the sky, casting a golden hue over the university courtyard. The faint sound of sneakers squeaking against the pavement and the mixed thud of a basketball echoes through the space. Jungkook and Jimin are in the middle of an intense one-on-one game, their competitive spirits evident in every move. Jimin, come on, this is the last. We have to score this fast. He guided him as he ran. Don't worry, I'm not gonna miss it, he said as he plays with basketball and tries to fill other members. As he throws the ball in total different direction and Jungkook catched it as he scored the last goal and their team won. Everyone started cheering as they won and Jungkook was celebrating with his teammates, and you were sitting in corner with Leah as you watched the whole match, and an unknown smile appeared on your face seeing him celebrating. Jungkook was celebrating, then a known girl came in between and excitedly hugged him and congratulated him, and his smile dropped seeing them as Inji started wiping his sweat with a towel, and Jungkook didn't stop her either as she fixed his hair, and Jungkook was busy talking with his friends. You felt a pang of jealousy as your grip tightened on your back, and Leah noticed this as she shook you. Ryan, what are you thinking? Let's go, she said, and you nodded as you both left from there. Ground was filled with slight noise as everyone kept hustling and bustling, and a man fixed his clothes and time as he watched himself in the window glass as he sighed and searched for a particular person, and his eyes turned round as he found a girl standing with her friend. He looked at the bouquet and fixed the flower as he smelled it, and he walked with a pleasant smile on his face as he approached the girl standing. Hi Ryan. He tapped your shoulder as he hides the bouquet, and you looked at him. Hi Mingyu, how are you doing? You asked him with a smile. I'm doing good, Ryan, but I have something for you. You frowned and Leah looked at his back. He bends down to his knees and lifts the bouquet towards you while you looked at him shocked, and everyone's attention diverted towards you both. And they started cheering, and someone's attention diverted towards you as he watched you intensely. He didn't move, but as you were about to speak, your gazes fell to the person who was standing at some distance and staring at you, and your both eyes locked in with each other as he was waiting for your next move. You looked at him and then the girl with him. Answer, Ryan, would you be my girlfriend? He asked, and everyone started cheering, and Leah put a hand on his shoulder. And you are looking at person who is on his knees with flowers, the person you don't have any feelings for him. And you looked at the person whom you feel about something, whose gaze is fixed at you, but his hand is holding Hyunjae's hand. And for a moment you looked down as he chuckled and spoke. Yes, you said slowly, and a smile appeared on Mingyu's face, and everyone started clapping as you accepted the bouquet. And Leah looked at you worriedly. Jungkook's jaw clenched as he made a face and started leaving, but he stopped as he heard something. Did you see that? She said yes to Mingyu. She's such a big player. He chuckled. Literally, isn't she the one who kissed Jungkook, the most popular guy of our university? And now she is dating Mingyu. I think she's two-timing both of them. They both laughed. I think we should try too. We will get something at least. She really jumped from one boy to another. He was laughing but stopped as a hard punch landed on his face and he stumbled. Say that again. I will make sure you will not able to speak with this filthy mouth. He grabs his collar and everyone's attention diverted to them. Hey man, stop, leave. Why are you taking the girl's side who fooled you? And she's just cheap girl, man, leave. Before he could complete, Jungkook punched his face harshly, and you gasped as you saw them, and you quickly ran to his direction. How dare you? He started beating him while Jimin tries to stop him. Jungkook, stop it. Why are you creating scene? Leave these punks. He entered in between. The fight grew as the both person punched Jungkook back, and his nose started bleeding, and he tried to stop him. Jungkook, stop, leave them. You hold his hand, but he didn't stop as unintentionally he pushed you harshly as you fell on the floor and your wrist got bruised and he didn't notice. Jungkook, stop it. She came in between and shouted, and Jimin pulled Jungkook back as he breathed heavily.